I feel lonely because some of our colleagues are resigning. But I did understand the risk, their agreement procedure on the other side of this. And of course, I'd like to congratulate also our 216 newly promoted National Commission officers. So, 7 was promoted last September 13, and 159 was promoted last December 27. Indeed, we are one of the biggest number in terms of the promotions nationwide. I can assure you on that. And also, congratulations to our newly promoted 15 officers. Were promoted on September 1, September 13, and December 27. Indeed, this promotion will eventually provide enough officers intended our fire stations, and of course, it will also thoroughly revitalize the fire service here in Central Visayas. For the fire trucks, we have around 245, and we want to gain more. That's why I'm telling each and everyone, to my fellow officers, fellow fire marshals, uh, keep pushing for more. Keep pushing for more. For this year, as our good participant said, our Director Luis Rato Bracan, the ball has been in favor of us. Formerly, we were only given 1 billion a year, but yet our good party was able to convince the Congress to provide us 3 billion a year for our fire police budget. Plus, three senators also promised a billion each for the Bureau of Fire Protection. That's why I'm telling you guys, please try to collaborate with our LGUs. Try to have some interventions from our good uh, mayors, congressmen, uh, governors, senators. This will pave the way. Even actually, we will all have, but then it's just a matter of prioritization because we can just buy the whole cow. The Bureau bought it per kilo kasi. So, as much as possible, most especially those municipalities with a bit of partners na medyo old, please try to push for more. Actually, we're the recipient of 21 fire trucks for the year 2023. And this is a good indication that the Bureau itself is looking towards Central Visayas because we really need this. And I think Central Visayas is now the center of tourism. And tourism not only pave way for tourists, it also create business and jobs. So for us, we should mobilize fire service in order for us to contribute a thing for our very own community. So collaboration with LGUs also paved way for the donation of 3 fire trucks, namely from Naga City, Carmen, and Lubog. And of course, our good party provide us one personal transport vehicle, as we seen before, and one rescue disaster equipment. Actually, this afternoon, I have to attend the turnover of our new director for OCD. I think RD Polo will retire. It's his birthday today, so I need to attend later yung final turnover. So, additional collaboration with OCD will require us to provide us yung I've been requesting RD Polo for trainings like CSSR because CSSR eventually will provide us enough skills. CSSR is very important, most especially for us in times of disasters and whatever incidents. CSSR is a good training. And of course, for the fire stations, We have around 128 fire stations and 32 substations. So we have completed 5 fire stations for 2023, namely Catmon, Danao, Pinamungahan, Poro, and Panglao. And at present, we still have an 8 ongoing construction of fire station, namely Alegria, Asturias, Lapu-Lapu, Tagbilaran, Trinidad, Danao, Dimiao, and Lilang. And sad to say, we still have around 4 fire stations under PITC. So guys, of course, from the words of our good archive, we cannot do otherwise for the construction of fire station under PITC because uh, the winning bidder or the contractor itself has provided MR for reconsideration for them. Actually, the last instruction plus after 90 days, the Bureau can provide funds for the construction. But then the contractor submitted a motion for reconsideration. So uh, we just need to wait. So that's all we can do because anyway, patience is a virtue. So for the activation of fire station, they have activated 3 stations, namely Duero, San Alcantara, Santander, and 1 substation. Uh, we only have 4 municipalities without fire station. And I think that would at PFM ng Cebu just said this morning that we will be activating Alcoy. Alcoy fire station in Alcoy, Cebu. So we are really on the how do you call how do you call it? The wishes of our good fire chief and also SILG that they are targeting that by the end of 2024, all municipalities will have their own respective fire station. But then, our colleague in Negros, most especially yung, um, I, I want yung Bako, for the marshal of Bako, in between Dumaguete and uh, Tawin. And I think your area is very strategic because later on, an airport will be built there, and that airport will not only target locals, it is targeting international flight as well. So we need to improve that area. But of course, just recently I have talked to Mayor Ramolio of Dumaguete City. I think we have found person, the right person to talk with in terms of our facilities in Negros Oriental because Mayor Ramoyo told me that he already donated a lot intended for the Dumaguete City and the office of the provincial fire marshal. Now, I did ask the good mayor of the Dumaguete, I told him, sir, please help us. It's not only the use of bank or the donation, but of course, we need someone to provide a bit of intervention for us to be provided with that enough funds. Sabi ko, we have no problem with funds, sir, but what we want is you to become uh, a part of those priority lists intended to be released within the year of 2020. And it's a good thing to here also that the good son, I think, a good mayor is the executive assistant of Spindler. So I think it will push it. And of course, yung ating Warmon and Tabogon, we already signed the use grant. So it's only 2 municipalities na lang ang ating without fire station or activation itself. But later on, I think municipality of Borbon will provide a temporary shelter fire station. So it's only Tamogon. Uh, okay. So we already talked to the good mayor of Tamogon, and I think we're also seeking other governors, congressmen, and maybe senators for Senate purpose. So for the total inspection, we did we have around 185,000 inspected, and total fire safety inspection issued is 147,506. And we did increase the collection of our fire code fees from 2,580 million, 448,655 from the year 2022. It increases by 11%. So it's now 288,145,685. Actually, the target of our good for cheap, even though we increase the collection here in Region 7, but our good partnership, actually, Sir Rehan told us that he's targeting around 4 billion a year. Uh, there is somewhat a problem, maybe not here in Central Visayas, but the region. But our point of view, we did increase the firework collection. So it's, I think, we did our job there. So one of the instructions also of our good project was innovation. Innovation. So it's quite a great work for us. But then if you are to think, it should be a need base depending on what we have here in Region 7 or in Central Visayas. So um, yes, we did told us about the social media. I think we're on the right track. We need to upskill more our social media because this is a a mean, a way how we can sell, how we can market the fire service to our community. Actually, I'm quite excited uh, last month because I can still hear from our good mayors that PMP personals are only good here fighting. So we really need to do an upscaling to our social media and of course to our Marshall. I think you should do more because some of our mayors, I think there's two mayors I've been talked to, they think that BF is rating, but I did know them that our good partnership initiated this first aid service team. That's good for our pre-hospital care that we can provide services for the transport of victims and also our rescue for the extrication of victims in case mostly of our car accidents, vehicular accidents nowadays. There's a lot of vehicular accidents. So that is why our good fortune is telling us we should equip ourselves well in terms of our first aid service team. And we are now in Sinulog. We have last night, I've been there. Uh, we are not trying to compete with other agencies in terms of providing our first aid service team. We should collaborate because that is the very instruction our good secretary. You should collaborate with different agencies, local government units, NGA, NGO, businesses. This is the mainstream of public service collaboration. It's no longer competition. So even though we lack something, but yet we gain something. Most of us are well skilled. That's why the DOH7 is always requesting for trainers for their first aid and basic life support. And even our OCD is also requesting for us for trainer for our instant command system. So we are well skilled, but then we have also to invest on those trainings for us, for the bureau, for the fire service to gain more. And also, again, for the construction of fire station, I think it's already, ano na lang, it's three, three pala, it's Ronda pa pala. Ronda, I forgot. Ronda is out of the four municipalities, Alpha is not to be activated. So we still have one in the south, which is Ronda. But then sad to say, it's still ongoing, right? So they are not keeping up. Even though during the regional committees, I did told them, sir, it is quite a for local business because they are paying their own fees, taxes, yet they don't have even the simple fire station per personnel in the area. So we can only provide them fire suppression. And maybe during that fire suppression, it's investigation because they are in cluster with different municipalities. And of course, yung all fire station, not typical fire station, again, we have the fund. Please help the view. We need to connect. We need to connect. We need to uplift and boost the morale of our personnel by providing a well, uh, not quite well, but of course, a typical fire station itself is a good boost to the morale of our personnel. Because this typical fire station, it's a uniform type of fire station that can be seen nationwide. So anywhere we go, like what our good party club said, this is firehouse, and we are a family. That's the very word of God. And of course, part of the innovation that the urban party has been talking is mobility. Of course, we already started our mobile SCBA refilling. I think it will be done in a few more months, maybe. It's very important because during a vertical fire here in Cebu, we found out that the importance of this uh, equipment, this mobile SCBA refilling machine. And of course, later on, we've been talking with our good direct RD ng OCD, yung communication. He told me that you don't need to buy high-end communication. All you need is high frequency radio. The Army, the AFP has been using that a long way back then. Why do you have to go digital? If you go digital, once there's no connections, it won't look good. You should provide yourself with an edge high frequency. So I did all that uh, to our national headquarters for maybe some sort of way because they're on high there. I think it's they're on high there. And also part of the upscaling of our social media. Uh, it's been a project then during the COVID time, yung ating mga online. So part of which yung online consultation in terms of legal, in terms of health, we've been doing that sa DOH. So I think we should promote more, expand more, upscale, and maybe also legal. Part of our meeting then with the how do you call it, our regional development council, part of the legislation, a bill has been passed for a pre-legal assistance from all uniform personnel. It was discussed and yet it's still a bill, still a bill. And also part of the online consultation will be our yung sa mechanical, especially for our partner drivers operator. So we did this in Region 4A because we still have remote areas there wherein, for example, yung some part of Quezon province, wherein the nearest yung talyer, yung workshop is in the city. So it will took them around 5 to 6 hours there. So it doesn't mean that you can work it out online. The thing is, the objective is for them to bring the truck. So initially, make it serviceable to be brought to the service center. So that's how I have this in mind, yung online consultation in terms of mechanical. So I think we should one of also the proposal is the mobile what do you call it? Mobile motor phone, yes. So that's good also. But then the problem is we are island we are island provinces, but it's okay pa rin. So most I will also foresaw on that yung mobile uh, waterfall, but then the online consultation in terms of our mechanical problem should also be addressed too. So I think waterfall here. Yeah. So even though it's not only the job of the motor pool in the region, of course, we need some collaboration, coordination with different provinces. So it's more of trying to exchange ideas then for our services here. And also to add on, just propose yung ating mobile kitchen. Kitchen. So I think it's during summer pa naman, so we still have enough preparation to have a mobile kitchen. Beforehand, our good Arda told me that yung mobile kitchen and MCR was brought here during the pandemic. So I think we should have our own. It's good. All we need again is connections. Connections. We don't have to buy it. A lot of good companies here in CSR, they've been providing services because those services, i-minus mas taxes nila. A good example of which is where's Reggie Lario. Ayan, our goal, of course. Thank you very much, Jim. So, our chapel was built because of innovations, yung no, not they call it a way of having those is yung CSR companies. That came from Quezon, right? Metro Quezon. So they have provided the initial roofing, the repair of roofing, our chapel. So upon seeing it, well, I think we also need not only uh, limiting yung mga donations, we should have it. And I think a lot of people are telling me, sir, every evening there's a lot of people taking pictures of our church. It's the most important stuff. But someone is not meant this for us. Remember, guys, beside us, hospital, beside us is the barangay. And I can see some people are going there. And I think we need, it's part of our contributions for the people, for the government. And maybe we could, I just also see thing in the social media, they call it food forest. Food forest. So before our tree planting then was fruit bearing tree planting. So I think we're on the right track. It's been a how do you call it? In social media, it's gaining popularity, yung food forest. And I think we already started it here in Region 7 by instead of planting a mere tree, let's provide food for the next people in the community by providing a bearing tree. They call it food forest. So, I know some of you, yes, I think, because during my time in our place, we don't have Jollibee then. So what we do is just to pick up guavas, arati. That's our merienda rin during that time. Santol, balimbing. So let's bring back that opportunities maybe para for the next generation to feel it. So again, congratulations for us. We are on, I will tell you, we are on the right tracks. Sa instruction ni Partnership, sa instruction ni SILG. We're gaining on it. We're gaining on it. Again, thank you very much and Happy New Year. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for that message.
And now let's proceed to the ceremonial wine toasting. A toast is a ritual during which a drink is taken as an expression of honor or goodwill.
With the general theme of having a good luck or good health, wine toasting commemorates the years past and rings the new one for a new beginning and a prosperous future ahead.
May we respectfully request the Assistant Regional Director for Operations, Senior Superintendent Pedro G. Balatero Jr., sir,